So you next day when you come and start working, there is a virtual coach who tells you in the beginning itself that okay, if you do these three things based on your yesterday's or past few days working patterns, if you do these three things, your productivity for the day will increase. You will be able to produce more results.
So, welcome to another episode of Edge Show. So, before we start off this episode, I would like to share something. If we recollect the 2020, the lockdown, उस समय कई बिजनेस बंद हो गए थे. इट वाज अ चैलेंजिंग टाइम, लेकिन ऐसी कई कहानियां भी सामने आती है. ऐसे कई बिजनेस है जो शुरू हुए, एंड टुडे वी हैव अ लाइव एग्जांपल. So it's a great honor, it's a privilege, it's a pride to have Mr. Swapnil Tripathi as our guest. He's the co-founder, he's the CRO of award-winning employee monitoring software, that is We360.ai. So, sir, thank you so much for coming on this show, और आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है इस पॉडकास्ट में.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you for calling me for this show, and I'm really excited to have be in this show.
Okay, so sir, सबसे पहले let's if I just understand as a layman, suppose ये जो company है V360.ai, the organization, as we all know, it's an employee monitoring software, AI software, analytics की अगर हम बात करते हैं. So what exactly it does, if I just ask you as a layman, मतलब suppose if I'm the founder of any particular startup, तो मुझे ये company कैसे help कर सकती है, if you can explain.
Perfect. तो सबसे important है कि it has always been said that time is money. So for
Yes.
any organization, where the time of that organization is going is very critical, and that is where we come into picture. So
Okay.
generally, what our software does, it lets the management as well as the employee know that where their quality time is going. Are they productive? Are they unproductive? Or how they can improve on their productivity. So we have a dashboard which is like a Fitbit for employees who can
Okay.
see their own, analytics as well. So both the, we wanted it to be a win-win situation for both employer and employee. Now, how this software works? Suppose you gave the example, you are a business owner with, let's say, 100 employees.
Okay.
Now, there are two scenarios. One, all your employees are working from office. Another, your employees are working in remote or hybrid environment. This particular software is installed into user system, their laptop and desktop. And as soon as they punch in, they start working for the day. It starts capturing all the data, all the analytics, and gives a very, very intuitive, very, very informed analysis to both management as well as the employee on how they can improve upon their time. So this is what we are trying to do.
So the employees can update their once they have entered the organization. Suppose वो आते हैं, so they can update their status, that the task allotted to them, something like that.
So it is more than that.
Okay.
So पहली चीज है कि एम्प्लॉय की जो हाइब्रिड के समय में एम्प्लॉय की एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम थी. व्हाट वाज दैट? टू मच ऑफ रिपोर्टिंग. दिन भर बॉस को भेजते रहो, मैंने ये किया, मैंने मैंने ये वाला टास्क कंप्लीट कर दिया, या मैंने इतनी देर काम किया. So much of लोड वाज देयर ऑन एम्प्लॉय टू रिपोर्ट टू देयर मैनेजमेंट दैट दे आर एक्चुअली वर्किंग. So the first use case of this product is employee need not do anything. All he needs to do is punch in, and then he can continue with his daily task, and automatically a report will be sent to the management at the end of the day that what kind of efforts have put in for that particular thing. So that is what we try to do.
Okay, so apart from task, the progress, so this is, I can say, in terms of employee monitoring, this is like the OTT. मतलब एक ही जगह पे वेब सीरीज, मूवीज वगैरह सब है, तो इस तरह से आप ट्रैक कर सकते हो हर चीज.
Absolutely, absolutely. और हमारा फोकस ही रहता है, and we are very proud to say we are a world's one of the best employee friendly employee productivity monitoring software. So we focus too much that how we can make employees life easy, because this has a lot of usefulness for the employer, no doubt. But we also try to give information to employees how they can improve themselves, how can they grow in their career.
Okay, so in terms of employee kind of a big problem solving in terms of monitoring reports, everything as 360 degree, as the name itself it reveals. So coming on further aspect कि ये this unique kind of idea, it was really interesting to know the story कि ये lockdown के समय इस तरह का idea आया. तो ये मैं कहानी जानना चाहूंगा, really inquisitive to know about it.
Yeah. सो ये स्टोरी है, एक्चुअली मैं बोलूं तो ये स्टोरी है मेरे फाउंडर की, जो मेरा सीईओ है, अर्नव. सो
Okay.
अर्नव वाज काइंड ऑफ स्टडीइंग इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, एंड अर्नव्स फादर रन्स अ बीपीओ. तो उनका एक बिजनेस प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग यूनिट है, सम 4000 5000 एम्प्लॉइज आर देयर. एंड
Okay.
उसी समय कोविड के टाइम, यू नो, ही हैड टू फ्लाई डाउन टू इंडिया बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड, ऑफ
Of
कोर्स.
course. Of course.
His father was finding it really difficult, that how they should manage these employees, because they're all working from home, and they have a lot of government projects, so they do not have a choice to give leave to the employee. In fact, that time
Yes.
there was so much of requirement, so they were kind of struggling with this challenge. And there was one more person who is our CTO. So he was working with Arnav's company for quite some time. So it so happened that that CTO and Arnav, these guys got together and started looking for a solution wherein they can manage their work from home workforce. So
Okay.
they came across a lot of solutions of similar nature, but they were all US based. And first of all, in terms of cost, they were very high. And second, somehow they were not fitting into Indian context, because Indian business owner need a lot of hand holding. So it was thought that why not, because there was already a technology team there, so why not build a product of our own. And this journey, and during that time only, I have just exited from one of my tech ventures. So I have
Okay.
scaled a tech startup, and I have sold it to investors, and I was kind of looking for some other opportunity. So I am a hardcore marketing and sales guy. So it so happened that while this whole thing was going on, I came into picture, and we three joined hands, and then we
Okay.
started building this product. And ideally speaking, first we were thinking it only in terms of implementing it at Arnav's father's organization. But later on, we gave away this product to few of our known people, and the kind of feedback we got, we felt that there is huge need for such product in Indian market as well. And that is when V360.ai was born.
Oh, perfect. So kind of, out of the problem that was arising, तो उससे ये, this unique business idea came. So it's like, there are two types of people. जैसे suppose there is a thunderstorm. एक होता है जो भाग जाता है, एक होता है कि okay, let's monetize and make electricity out of it. So this is something that happened कि आप this idea came out, and further I would like to congratulate you for the awards and everything, for the milestones this company has achieved. So coming on the initial initial acquiring of customers and paid users, ये शुरुआत initial जो challenges of course आए होंगे whenever you start something, तो ये आपने कैसे उस टाइम पे पूरा मतलब monitor किया उस टाइम पे?
As I said that this was my actually third venture. उससे पहले
Okay.
मैं मतलब दो कंपनीज ऑलरेडी बना चुका था, एक
बना
कंपनी को स्केल करके सेल कर चुका था. सो एक तो बहुत अच्छी लर्निंग ऑलरेडी थी मेरे पास,
of
दैट
course, of course.
इनिशियल डेज इट हैज टू बी फाउंडर लेड सेल्स. सो
Yes.
कई बार फाउंडर्स व्हाट मिस्टेक दे डू इज दे स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर समवन एल्स टू सेल देयर प्रोडक्ट इनिशियली. दैट इज आई थिंक द बिगेस्ट मिस्टेक. Let's say you are a tech founder, then you have to find a co-founder who's a sales guy or who's a
Yes.
storyteller, because what really worked for us is this only, that all three of us were having our own forte. So Sandeep was technology person, I was sales and marketing guy, and Arnav was very good with investors, so he drives the complete fundraise and investors relation and culture of the organization. So the first thing was, I would say that first 100 customers whom we acquired, it was between me and Arnav,
Okay.
who have acquired, and then we hired our first sales rep.
Sales team.
So
Yeah.
that is the first learning. Second very interesting learning was the growth marketing aspect. So especially when I say growth marketing, we were highly dependent on performance marketing, especially Google Ads. So generally, what we have seen is that companies put so much of effort, and so many they put in a team behind SEO, and SEO is a slow process.
Of
So
course.
SEO gives results over a period of time, and who knows, by that time you are able to survive or not, or some competitors come and with heavy pockets and start acquiring customers. So we didn't do that mistake. We relied heavily on the performance marketing, especially Google Ads, and we started acquiring customers left, right, center. We are very proud of the fact, just in a span of almost 2 years, Now we are going to complete 3 years, and we have so far acquired around 2,700 customers.
Oh,
So
perfect.
obviously there is a churn and all that, and right now we are having 1,000 plus paid customers with us. But yes, first was it was founder led growth, and second there was a reliance on performance marketing,
Oh,
especially Google ad.
wonderful.
So these two things really work for us.
Yeah, that's the best thing about Google Ads, as in through this, of course, this AI driven algorithm. मतलब जो लोग already एक चीज को search कर रहे हैं उनके algorithm के जरिए. And as you rightly said, SEO of course takes time. And now it's actually dicey because ये जो सर्च जनरेटिव रिजल्ट्स जो आने वाले हैं अभी, शुरुआत में तो एआई के रिजल्ट्स आएंगे, तो अगर आप एफर्ट करते भी हो तो भी उससे एज इन इट्स लाइक लिटिल डाइसी, कभी भी ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है ये. Even I have
True.
heard so many cases that those companies who are on the first page of Google, they're nowhere actually because of the
Ab-
changing
ab-
algorithms of Google.
Absolutely.
Okay, so in terms of if you would like to share the as I've already checked this particular organization's website that there is a free trial and of course that's available. Any kind of pricing plans we would like to share over here?
So what happens is that we have a very subtle way of telling our customer that what you spend at your employees coffee for the month, we charge less than that. So
Okay.
हमारा cost इतना कम है, and we have calculated the ROI. To tell you the truth, when some organization implement V360.ai, the ROI is generated the moment the employee's productive time is increased by just 2 to 3 hours, and that
Of
I'm
course.
talking in a month. So we have clients who have come back to us and told us that Swapnil, post implementing V360.ai, whatever we paid you guys for a whole year, that we just saved by having some increased productivity or getting some project completed within time. So our pricing works on the module of we have two versions. One we call starter, another we call pro. So starter version, and we have two modes of payment. So one is monthly subscription and one is annual subscription.
Annual. Okay.
So if somebody wants to go for a starter, obviously there are some limitations and some less features there. So for annual subscription, it is 299 rupees per user per month. And for monthly subscription, it is 499 rupees per user per month. And if somebody wants to go for pro, then it is 399 rupees per user per month for annual subscription and 799 rupees per user per month for monthly subscription. And then obviously we have an enterprise solution, which is obviously need come basis, what kind of customization
Requirement.
say enterprise is asking us. So we have that solution as well.
Okay. And talking about the software, this particular CRM, this AI driven software, as of now it's only operational on website, या इसके apps के जरिए भी इसका कोई further plan है, जैसे apps के जरिए भी इसको access कर सकते हैं?
Yes. So what we are doing, there are two parts of it. One is the desktop application, which gets installed into users' laptop and desktop, and then the second version is obviously there is a mobile application, which is primarily going to use for sales. So let's say, for
Okay.
instance, you are having a sales team and there is a defined roadmap. So from
Okay.
sales application, you can find out that whether people are visiting the customers whom they are supposed to visit, how much time they have spent with the customers, which route they have taken, how much time of theirs is going into traveling. All that analytics you can pull out from field monitoring software for sales.
Okay. Okay, got it. So, further, I would like to ask, जैसे as you said that's AI driven. So थोड़ा अगर आप as for a layman कि AI का इसमें क्या रोल है, क्योंकि आजकल वैसे ही artificial intelligence of course it's understood it's AI driven, but इसमें क्या रोल exactly, how it monitors, किस तरह से function करता है, थोड़ा बता सकते हो उस
तो
बारे में?
तो हमारे प्रोडक्ट का जो रोड मैप था, दैट वाज बेसिकली इट वाज इनटू 3 phases. ओके.
Okay.
So first phase was how we are going to capture data. So that was the first phase, that we devised so many ways, and we tried to optimize our client which is installed into user system, the technology backend and everything. So that was the first phase of the product, that we started capturing multiple data. Okay.
Okay.
Second phase was how to represent that data as a useful insight to the client. So we started getting more and more reports, more and more useful use cases, more and more features which are helpful to the organization. The third phase is where artificial intelligence is going to play a role. So we are right now sitting on humongous data, and now we have started building AI models. So
Okay.
to give you an example, in this product roadmap, things like there are some productivity predictions. So let's say, for instance, if you have a developer who has done X projects in a month, next month, based on his whole month's activity, the system will give a prediction that okay, this person will be able to produce this much. So that
Okay.
is predictability will come. Or another interesting feature is that, let's say, for instance, that few employees have left the organization, and based on their activity, or based on their analytics for last 3 months, the system will recognize those who are who might leave,
Okay.
and give it to HR that please take care of these employees, they might leave. So,
Okay.
and then in some machine learning is also involved, like we take a lot of screenshots. So the system itself will identify that, let's say, if there are some screenshots which are sensitive nature, automatically the system will blur those screenshots. Or there are screenshots which have to be highlighted, there might be something suspicious happening, those screenshots will be shared with the management that something as suspicion has happened. So there are so many use cases coming in. Another use case is a kind of a virtual coach. So you, next day when you come and start working, there is a virtual coach who tells you in the beginning itself that okay, if you do these three things based on your yesterday's or past few days working patterns, if you do these three things, your productivity for the day will increase, you will be able to produce more results. So those
Okay.
kind of AI implementations are there. But as AI feeds on data. So first we wanted to have that level of data, to be more accurate with our findings. And now since we have started gathering that kind of data, अब हमने उसको डेवलप करना चालू किया है. I think in next quarter we will be releasing two features which will be AI enabled, and as we progress we will be releasing more features.
Of course, it's gonna get better. जो machine learning और जो जिस पे it's a kind of a chat assistant you have inside the software जो आपको guide करता रहता है, monitor करता रहता है. So of course, for the organizations who have taken this particular subscription, उसके इस AI algorithm को कुछ समय तो लगता होगा, initially some minimum time to acquire that before it starts operating fully.
Yes,
उसमें
it
कुछ
takes
समय
time.
लगता होगा, इट टेक्स टाइम, क्योंकि ये लाइक जस्ट कंपेयरिंग दैट विद बार चैट जीपीटी, जिस तरह से वो डेटा एक्वायर करके आपको असिस्ट करते हैं, जो भी सॉल्यूशन प्रोवाइड करते हैं. नाइस टू नो.
True.
So, sir, it is really interesting to know about this product, about this unique, and especially the role of AI plus. It's a kind of AI plus CRM plus a product, kind of employee monitoring algorithm. तो ये तीनों का जो kind of amalgamation is that is V360.ai, if I'm not wrong, if I have quoted it right.
Yeah. So to an extent, as you have rightly put, to make things very simple, अगर एक
Simple.
शुद्ध मेरे को बिल्कुल प्लेन भाषा में बोलना है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का टाइम कहाँ जा रहा है. सो lot of organizations are focusing on cost accounting, that from where we can save cost more. A lot of organizations are focusing so much on financial accounting, that where our money is coming from and where our money is flowing out. We kind of help the organization in time accounting, that they
Yes.
have a complete account of their employees time, so that they can produce more, they can be more efficient.
And of course, apart from this, to add on, the जैसा AI डिटेक्ट कर रहा है that particular XYZ people might leave the company, or it kind of their behavior is also getting monitored. So of course, for organization it's a big asset, because ultimately organization is the people. जैसे जैसे आपने कहा HR वालों के लिए उनको उनको डेटा मिलता है कि दिस इज समथिंग नेक्स्ट मंथ, दिस इज द पॉसिबिलिटी as predicted by AI, as the machine learning how it's working. So sir, Really interesting, and heartiest congratulations for all the milestones, for the awards, for the number of customers acquired, for the funding, everything. So, sir, it was great to have you on this particular show. It was great to know about the journey of V360 or V360.ai, and I wish you all the best for all the future endeavors. और बहुत बढ़िया लगा सर आपसे बात करके.
It's same here, and wish you all the best, Harsh. And I'm sure that your initiative will bear the fruits as desired, and people will be made more aware. So wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.